In about 4 hours' time, President Donald Trump will be delivering his first address to Congress since retaking the White House. This is his first since taking office again for a second time, and it comes as new U.S. tariffs went into effect overnight and after the White House put all U.S. aid to Ukraine on hold. One of our local representatives from Maryland, Congresswoman April McClain Delaney, is joining us, and her guest, Matthew Fessler, who was recently caught up in the federal layoffs, will also be attending the president's address. It is good to have you both with us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Representative, let's begin with you. I wanted to ask you, why did you pick Matthew as your guest tonight?
Well, I represent almost 35,000 government workers in the 6th District, including workers at NIST, our nation's jewel, and in terms of research, Fort Detrick, NIH, our National Cancer Institute, our Fire Academy, and it's so important, the services they provide to our country. But Matthew here works as a constituent from Frederick County, and he has worked at the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare services, and is one of the people that was actually tasked to cut down on abuse and fraud, and yet he was one of the ones laid off. I thought he gave a real face to some of these layoffs, and also how critical research and a lot of our services are really going to be impacted, and services for my constituents.
And Matthew, if I can ask, on an emotional level, why was it so important for you to attend the president's address tonight?
I wanted to give a face for the federal employees who have been affected by this. We go in because we believe in our mission to serve our country. Cutting down on fraud, waste, and abuse was especially important to me, especially in the Medicare Part D program where I worked. So I wanted to just give a face for those of us who have been affected by this. Our work is important. The people that I work with are tip of the spear individuals, so I just wanted to provide the face for the broadcasting area.
All right, and Representative, we know several of your colleagues have told us that they're boycotting the president's speech tonight. Why was it most important for you to be there? Why did you choose not to boycott it?
Well, listen, I was here for the inauguration, and I will be here tonight. I represent Republicans, Democrats, and Independents in my district, and I am there for every constituent in my district, and I think it is actually my duty to be here and to be a part of this process. And really, I work in good faith to uplift their interests. I campaigned on common sense, common ground, although I am trying to find more of that here on Capitol Hill right now. But I think it's important to be present and to always be there to serve and to have the back of those who I represent.
Matthew, what do you want the Trump administration to know? If you could talk to them directly and send them a message, what would it be?
I think that's a very speculative question that I'm going to have a hard time to answer, other than the idea that federal employees are here to serve the public. We serve a mission, each in our own way. My mission was to cut down on Medicare Part D, improper payments, and everybody has their own story to tell, but we serve the public and for the greater good of the United States of America.
Let's talk about some of your goals coming up next for you. What do you want to share with our audience?
Is that a question for me?
That's for Matthew.
Some of my goals are just to continue working on my resume, try to find a new position. It's a tough job market, but I'm going to keep my head up and keep looking forward to the future and hope.
All right. And Representative, again, just as we close out tonight, anything that you want to share with our viewers, any message you have for the Trump administration or what you're hoping to hear tonight?
Well, you know what? I think that we all want efficiency and effectiveness for our government, and I welcome working with the administration on that. However, we don't want to burn down the house, and I think that we really need to think about these critical programs that, in research and how the constituent services that are, for me, is really uplifting and serving the public. And I'm also really concerned about how a lot of the information and data is being taken from both individuals but from our government agencies and pay systems. So I would really, just really want to hear from the president about his plans for affordability, for inflation, for really working on the issues in which he campaigned on. And I'm hopeful that we can come to a new normal where we can really understand how we can tackle the big issues and come together. That is not something we've found thus far, but I'm thinking that we really need to be more, have a more surgical focus on how we can both drive efficiencies, but also support, the services that we've long provided, and also really drive innovation and support our national security.
All right, Congresswoman, certainly appreciate your time tonight. Matthew, we wish you all the best on your path forward, and I'll see you both out there in just a little bit. Thank you. Topper, over to you.